Hey guys, just a quick update here, real quick video. Been making really good progress in the past few days as I'm preparing to make this finally ready to be submitted to Epic. Most of the bugs have been squashed. Now I'm in the process of basically refining everything and testing. And one of the things in the guidelines is they're really wary about textures or any material that you get from basically anywhere else that you didn't create. So I basically replaced all the textures that were just basically from the internet. You can see here the most noticeable thing, which I think looks really cool. I used to have a cartoon texture for the ocean, and now I took out the texture itself and created this awesome shader. If I go to game view here, oops, you can see the waves. It's just a basic color with transparency. And you can see the waves. To me, it looks much nicer actually. Preferred to the regular texture, and I actually created it just following the tutorial online. Also, the textures here I created myself with Photoshop. Super basic noise textures, but I think gives it a nice little look. So to me, it looks really cool. And there's a couple more things. Let me hit play here that I wanted to show you. If you look at the top, a lot of demos have this. It's just so you can just click play if you buy this. If you press I, now gives you a list of controls, so you don't have to hunt down exactly and try to remember. This is obviously for the demo. On your real game, you obviously would take this out, but I've noticed this in a lot of demos. So you can see here, there's a lot of different things that I'm including here. There's even a couple more things that are more for development that I'm not even including here. So obviously move, shoot. There's an auto shoot, you know, for people that have issues. So I'm pressing the auto shoot button right now, and it shoots slower but more consistently. You can cycle your weapons. Right now I've been always showing the laser, but if you look at the top right and I cycle, you can see there's a fireball as well. That actually does more damage than the laser, but it is slower. I didn't really give it a lot of development time, but it is there. You know, there's a system. If you want to add more power-ups, different weapons, the system is there for you to cycle through the weapons, and right now I have 2. So I'm going to include a tutorial on how to add more different weapons, so you can have 5, 10, whatever, however many weapons you want. But right now it just has 2. Obviously the bomb, the switch camera, just goes first person and third person, the look back, roll left, roll right, and obviously you can sustain it, or you can, you know, do a barrel roll. Obviously boost and brake. There's the somersault. It goes back, and there's the this is the somersault, and that was the U-turn. Then with the M key you can hide and show the map, and then of course there's the pause menu. So let me just, if you pause the game, the music keeps playing. I just disabled the music as I'm talking. But something new here in the menu, under the options, when you click there now, you'll see there's 2 different tabs. So you have gameplay settings, which you've seen before. You have the ability to choose a difficulty, and this will actually go through all of the enemies in the level and call up a function on the parent class that will change things like the health, the amount of damage, the type of missiles or projectiles that they use, etc. So really handy. You know, right now the default is in normal, but if you change it to something like insane, the enemies will, you know, have much stronger weapons, will hit you harder, etc. Camera lag, regenerate shield, aim stabilization, which is going to be much more noticeable when you're on rails on the track, and obviously the invert pitch. But then if you go to graphics, this is what I was working on last night and the night before for a couple of hours. Full graphics quality settings. This is straight out of the scalability settings on Epic on the editor. So you have options of, you know, changing the resolution scale. If you click apply, you'll notice immediately in the background things look really bad. You know, so oops, you can go here. Let me apply again. View distance, you know, you can put it near. Anti-aliasing, something like low. As soon as you apply settings, you can see how terrible it looks, all the jaggies, and you can tell all this, you know, I don't know how you call it, but all this noise right on the textures here, because you took out all the anti-aliasing. Cool. So same things for shadows, and again, all you need to do is hit apply, and immediately you can set textures low, and you can see that obviously looks pretty bad. So super important though, because you know, any game should definitely have the option of scaling the graphics. And myself, I just got a new computer, so I have a pretty decent graphics card. I can run this at 120 frames per second, no problem. But if you have a mid-range machine, maybe you need to tone that down. So cool. So that's all I had for today. I'm almost ready to show the full run through. I am going through bug fixing on just the regular code. I'm going through all the enemy code. I'm going through the boss code. I'm switching the textures here. But everything's looking really good. I'm hoping to show you something really cool by next week, the full run through of the level, when you'll get to see literally the game being played from beginning to end. So, but these are little things that I think are needed, right? The pause menu with the quality settings and the gameplay settings, really cool. And then obviously the eye, just to remind the player or yourself, you know, how to play, basically. What are the different keys? So let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot.